Did the first century church New Testament era have these? 1. Marian devotion, not in the first century what the evidence shows. The New Testament presents Mary as blessed, Luke 1:48, but no early Christian text shows believers praying to her. There's no record of Mary receiving titles like Queen of Heaven, Co-Redemptrix, or being invoked for help. Marian devotion appears gradually in the late 2nd-4th centuries. First century Christian practice honored Mary as the mother of Jesus. No devotional practices toward her. No prayers to her too. Veneration of relics. Not in the first century evidence. The NT never shows Christians keeping bones, clothing, or tombs of saints for religious veneration. The first major relic traditions appear after AD 150-200, especially around martyr tombs. Relic veneration becomes widespread only by the 4th century. First century practice, no relic veneration. 3. Shrines to saints, not in the first century evidence. Early Christians met in homes, not shrines. They had no monuments, altars, or buildings dedicated to saints. Shrines appear with martyr cults in the late 2nd-3rd centuries. First century practice, no shrines or holy sites dedicated to saints. 4. Icon statues in worship, not in the first century. Evidence. The earliest Christians who came from Judaism avoided images in worship. Early Christian art, catacombs, existed, but was not used as worship objects. Icons as part of liturgy appear in the 4th-5th centuries, especially Eastern Christianity. First century practice. Use simple symbols like the fish, ichthys. No icons or statues used in worship. No bowing before images. 5. Prayers to saints, not in the first century. Evidence. All prayer in the New Testament is addressed to God, the Father, through Christ by the Spirit. No believer prays to a dead Christian. This includes Mary, Peter, Paul, or angels. The earliest recorded Christian prayer to a saint is from after AD 250, Subtum Praesidium to Mary. First century practice prayed directly to God through Christ did not ask saints or angels for intercession. Papal system, not in the first century. Evidence. The NT shows the church led by apostles, elders, presbyters, overseers, bishops, deacons. There is no single bishop ruling the whole church. Rome had a respected church, but no evidence that Peter ruled Rome as a pope, or that one bishop ruled all Christians. A monarchical bishop in Rome develops in the late 2nd century. A universal papacy develops only by the 4th-7th centuries. First century structure. Local elders, bishops in each church. Apostolic leadership. No pope. No universal hierarchical system. Summary.